Hello again, it's me, Sarah Jane. Welcome to the Mundane Magic podcast, where I talk about the magical things in our wonderfully mundane lives. I try to look for little nuggets of appreciation, joy and magic as I go through my nice little mundane life. So today I wanted to talk about the magic of dustbins. Now bear with me. I don't like dustbins, and I've recently been having some work done on our house on the drive, and we've had this beautiful drive done near the top of the house, near the front, and then we have 4 dustbins that aren't as beautiful as my lovely new drive. And they were down at the bottom of the drive, which isn't quite finished yet. And I had a look at them yesterday and I thought, I really don't like those dustbins. I wish I hadn't got dustbins. And what the hell am I going to do with them? They're going to ruin my beautiful new drive. And then I checked myself and I looked again at the dustbins and I thought, hang on a minute, if I didn't have those dustbins, what would happen? Rubbish would happen. Rubbish would pile up, recycling would pile up, bottles and cans, paper and just all the things that we as humans create. Now, I try my best to be a good warden of the earth, and I try my best to recycle as much as possible, reuse things, and to not create too much rubbish. And I don't create too much rubbish, but the rubbish that I do create is being magically taken by those dustbins. So my dustbins took on a different angle and I felt a bit bad. So I went out to said 4 dustbins and I gave all the faces a wash. I cleaned them down. I looked at them with enormous appreciation. And I thought, you do deserve that room on my drive, on my lovely new drive. You do deserve your little place in my home, in my world, because you are magical. You deal with the recycling. That goes off for somebody to sort through and send to the right places so that it gets reused, regenerated, recycled. And yeah, so this morning I took a photo of my dustbins and I took on board the magic of those things. And I think sometimes we overlook the ordinary things in our lives because we're so used to seeing them. And then you lose that appreciation. Imagine the first time that people had a dustbin service. Imagine what people thought, wow, this is amazing. Somebody's going to take away my rubbish and deal with it, process it, instead of me. Now, I think there is the other argument where, we ought to maybe, in an ideal world, you'd compost everything, you would recycle everything. We wouldn't have so much horrible plastic and things like that. But I'm not really talking about that today. That's a more political subject, which I don't like to talk about here. I'm talking about the mundane magic of my life, and those dustbins are magical, and I appreciate them so much. There are people in the world who don't have refuse collection, who don't have a dustbin. There are people who have dustbins and nobody's actually collecting them anymore. There's, lots of that. So I try to think about my little world and my dustbins are part of the magic in my world now. So I might even give my dustbins names. So we could have Gloria the glass bin. We could have Gordon the garden waste bin. We could have Robert the recycling bin. And maybe, we could have, what could we have for general waste? Ginny, the general waste bin. So there you go. I could go give them names. I could even maybe paint faces on them, but I don't think people would appreciate that. But anyway, that's what I'm sending to you today, is my little bit of mundane magic in the form of 4 freshly washed bins on my drive. So until next time, go and look for your mundane magic today. What little thing can you just appreciate a little bit more than you did before?